Q4 is approaching, and for us KDP sellers, it is important to choose the right KDP books to create, to be able to generate your triple income this year. If you want to find out which books you should get ready for Q4 and how to make them, then stay with me. Welcome everyone, my name is AGNES and I am a content creator in money making niche. One of my favorite subjects are KDP books. I have plenty of videos on my YouTube channel about KDP books, and today we're gonna talk about Q4, getting ready for Q4 this year. I would be grateful if you could press the like button to help that video rank better in the search results. And if you want to find out more about KDP books and be up to date with any new releases of my videos, then hit the subscribe button and bell notification to be notified about any new releases. So let's dive into it. Maybe not all of you know exactly what Q4 is. Q4 stands for the last 3 months of the year. That's the last quarter of the year. So we talk about months like October, November, December. So if we know already in October it's a Halloween season, and then after Halloween we have Christmas season. In that time of the year, all products related to those two holidays sell the most. So in the same way, we should get ready to make our products for those two holidays. So definitely we should create a lot of ebooks, KDP books for Halloween and for Christmas. So if we talk about holiday, we mean it's a free time for kids, free of school. They have their midterm break during Halloween. They have their annual break at school at Christmas time. So it's the time when children have loads of free time, and parents try to occupy them with different activities. Of course, the books that's gonna sell the best are activity books, any type of workbooks, any type of books that can occupy children, but not only children, the whole family. It can be a family book, it can be as well a Christmas family puzzle book, it can be Christmas puzzle book for adults, any type of activity books that bring together all families, children and their parents, or keep your brain occupied, are the best sellers for that type of a year. Plus, those type of books, if they are very nicely designed, if the book covers look very appealing, they can be a brilliant type of a gift for stockings. So people will be buying those books as gifts for kids, for friends. So we have to keep that in mind. So on my list definitely will appear such books as dot-to-dot books. They are very easy books to create. Then they can be created in a software like this one here. It's a free online software, and then you basically take a print screen of that dot-to-dot your design and copy it and paste into the software in which you create your KDP book. I wouldn't go into very complicated designs. Definitely there shouldn't be too many dots if they are books for younger kids, toddlers, or up to 6 or 8 years. Those dot-to-dot shouldn't be too complicated. Sometimes if the picture looks a bit complicated and you don't want to really go ahead and create too many dots, I would leave the inside of the picture and just create the dots around the picture. That's very helpful. And still, although you straight away know what the picture is about, children still have fun going around the picture and drawing the lines, joining the dots. When we talk about dot-to-dot books for adults, you can go ahead and create pictures with more amount of dots. Just don't go into a very detailed kind of pictures, because they don't even look nice when there are too many dots one beside each other, because you can't really see much through the dots. So definitely dot to dot is an easy product to create. However, don't go crazy with those dots. Just don't put too many dots on your design. Another great book to create, they are any type of activity books, and basically in those activity books you can combine all the type of activities, like dot to dot again, mazes, puzzles, riddles, word search, all different activities that you can find. Like I have here a book with activities, and basically you have everything, whatever you can think about when you think about activities as well. Coloring books, some mazes, some word search, or missing letters in the words, dot to dot, or like this one, number path. If you would like to get maybe stuff like mazes or number path, I would go ahead and download them from this website, because they have constantly new amount of fresh products added regularly. Just if that was me, I wouldn't straight away just download one file and that's it, and use that file, because hundreds of other people will have the same idea probably, and they will use exactly the same file for their books. So what I would do, I would choose maybe 1 to maximum 3 designs from one part of file, and then choose different ones from a different file. So it's a mix of a bit of every file that I download from this website. The link for this website is in the description. The next great activity kind of book, it's of course a coloring book. Coloring book, it is a little bit hard to create because it requires a proper software to get rid of the colors and just leave the outline of the picture or of the object that you are creating for your coloring books. However, don't think only about coloring books for kids, because coloring books for adults are as equally popular as coloring books for kids. And as well, try to get very niche down, let's say coloring books for kids, Christmas coloring books for kids from 4 to 8, just to find the best keyword for your coloring book. There is still space wise for get your book rank up high in the search results. Or maybe if you're concentrating on the coloring books, try to maybe just create only Santa Claus coloring books, or let's say only Halloween pumpkin coloring books. So to niche down even that Halloween niche or the Christmas niche, just to something, one specific thing, or that would be basically the best, because if you put generally coloring books, Christmas coloring books, the competition is quite high. So try to niche down even that Christmas and Halloween niche. Of course, we can't forget about stuff like word search. There is a special software as well to create that word search. A great activity book for kids is as well scissor skills books, where children can cut the object that they must color, and that improves their motor skills as well. If we talk about dot to dot books, there is another type of dot coloring books, and don't mistake them, because that's both about dot thing. But another one is dot marker coloring books, where you basically have a picture that might be even colored, and then you have your dots that are on in that picture, where the dots are white, empty, and basically you must match the color of your mark to use on that dot so it matches with the rest of the picture. So let's say you have a red suit of a Santa Claus, and they are 5 red dots on the red suit, so you must take the red dot marker and put the red dot on the red suit to match the color. I know you probably be thinking that lined notebooks, lined journals, that's already oversaturated, but I will try as well a couple of designs. Maybe I would try something mixed lined and then a graph, or I would try to create not just fully lined Christmas journal, but just combine a mix of different ideas to create that one journal. It should still be fine. You should still rank quite up high. If you want to find out how to do the search of your keywords and how to use the keywords for your extra 7 empty blank lines and the title, you go ahead and click the link in the description, and you will find out more about it as well. If you want to find out more how to create book covers, free software like Canva, then there is a link in the description. If you seriously think to start your journey with any KDP books creation, for me those softwares, the pro accounts is a must-have. That's why in the link, the description, you will find a 30-day trial of the pro account in Canva. And for me, as a maybe not graphic designer, but some basic kind of designer of digital products, it's a must-have. I just can't imagine not having pro account in Canva. It's such a lifesaver, and especially you have 30-day trial, so you will see how useful those features are in Canva to use for your designs. And if you don't want to go ahead and continue your subscription, you can cancel it at any time. But if you do, and if you pay upfront for the whole year, it will be only $9.99 per month, which is basically like paying for a couple of cups of coffee takeaway, while having such a useful software that you can use every single day. Because basically, if someone is thinking about creating a KDP empire, you must spend, let's say, 8 to 10 hours a day creating KDP books, creating your designs, and that's your basic software. So highly recommend using that software. The link for the 30-day trial is in the description, so make sure you try that software with a pro account. And the same one is with another paid software, BookBolt, which I just love it, and I use Canva and BookBolt at the same time. Either I create something in Canva and then I go back to BookBolt, or the other way around. And for me, I can't imagine not having BookBolt, because it saves you so much time, it gives you so much information about your competition, about the keywords, and it basically helps you creating your cover. You have your free already prepared interior designs, which you can adjust them as well if you know if in Canva. So for me, it's just absolutely such an amazing software that I can't imagine not using the pro account in BookBolt. Because we talk about all those brilliant Halloween and Christmas KDP books. I will show you how to create them in Canva and in BookBolt. So I first go to Canva. I have my pro account set up, and here it is. We start because I prepare some book cover for Halloween first, so we go for purple color. I already went and downloaded a few nice cute Halloween designs. So here are my wee owls, Halloween owls. They look very cute. I think it's a brilliant design for younger kids, so I'm trying to scale them on my poster design. I don't create my actually book cover in Canva. What I do, I create my book cover in BookBolt. However, I first, let's say, create, sometimes, not always, I create my design in a Canva because somehow it's easier for me sometimes to place the graphics in Canva. This video I just first start with Canva and place my wee owls. So I'm trying to basically place them nicely with the same distance from each other, so it doesn't look too crowded. Because with that type of design, like it's basically a pattern design. You can create a pattern design book in this way, or basically this can be your big pattern that you can use. And for the purpose of this video, I will basically use the whole picture and upload it in BookBolt to make the full cover of the book, that one page. So basically now I upload my design to BookBolt, and I use that whole poster design on the full page of my KDP book. But you could as well make that picture smaller, let's say 1/10 of the size of one page, and then press the button and create the design like a pattern design in BookBolt. And that's another option that I would do. But that big pattern design is fine as well, looks cute anyway. You have your book done much quicker in this way. Then what I do, because in Canva they have lovely fonts, and because I have pro account, then I have access to all those nice fonts as well, and they basically have their Halloween font, as this one here. I love that, it's very Halloweeny font, and I basically save that font here as a picture, and then upload it again to my design in BookBolt basically, and upload the font there, and the quite nice design is being created. Now we're gonna go to our next design, which is of course some kind of scenery. For me, basically just two types of designs for Halloween and for Christmas are being the most popular, either in a pattern design like the one we just created for Halloween KDP book, or just kind of a scenery design. And for this purpose we're gonna create something Christmassy for Christmas, so I use here some glitter background. Basically will be very Christmassy, gold, red, and a bit of white. So I add here the ribbon, Santa's hat, some snowflakes as well will be nice. It can be candy cane if you want, just something to make it very Christmassy basically. Yeah, one snowflake here, another snowflake there, and now we add The title, I search for some Christmas title here. Christmas planner, so I type in here Christmas, and that's the basic two fonts that came up, so I use the one here. Try to scale up the font so it looks a little bit bigger, and what we need, yeah, that font looks a little bit too thin, like for that very glittery background, so we need some kind of background for the font, and I would say the best to use is another maybe picture, like in this case something white, a white sack, let's say, that adds some background to the font, and we just play around with the size of the font, and we try to, you know, place the items of the picture basically, so it doesn't look too crowded and there is enough space for every single item in here. And we, yeah, Christmas planner, we put on the white sack, and now it makes more sense for me, that kind of a design. So next part is, again, we go back to, we save them, of course, save picture, save those two pictures, and then we go back to BookBolt to create our book cover. And here it is, our final design of Christmas planner. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and you will have plenty of joy getting your Halloween and Christmas books ready for that busy season that should scale up your business. Definitely, I would strongly recommend to do a little bit of advertising for that Q4 season, because there will be an awful lot of people doing paid ads for KDP books, so make sure you do a little bit. I know maybe not everyone can afford it, but try to do a little bit and see how it goes, because at least, you know, 20 cents, start from 20-cent bid, because I'm sure there will be plenty of people fighting for the spot on the first page, especially in that Q4 season. So that's the last wee hint for Q4, so get ready and go and get your books ready. Thanks for watching and see you next time.